sick and tired of walking everywhere you go. I felt that way too. And then I learned how to drive. Now I took this thing called driver's ed, but you know what? It's not important. Come with me and I'll show you how to drive. To start with, you gotta get a key. You get the key and you put it into the ignition. Okay? It's this thing right here. Push in all the way and you turn it clockwise. And it turns on. Remove the parking brake and put it into first gear. And then you're gonna wanna turn the key until you hear the engine start. I know it's extremely hard, so be very careful while doing this. And then you drive. There are both correct ways and incorrect ways to operate a vehicle. Let me take you through some of the correct ways and also some of the incorrect ways to drive. One of the first correct ways to drive is to only use one hand. For the fact of the matter that using two hands is not cool. And when you're driving, the number one priority is to be cool. Here are some of the correct ways to operate a vehicle. Driving carefully. How to drive on the road and stay safe. As you can see here, I'm taking up both lanes for added safety. Next, we're going to talk about parking. When you're parking your car, the lines aren't actually for parking in the middle of. The lines are to measure how many spaces you can take up. As you can plainly see, I parked into 6 lines, and that is quite an impressive park. It takes quite a large vehicle to get more than 6 lines. And remember, the larger the vehicle, the more lines you need to take up to make a good park. As you can see here, this is a very terrible parking job. Not only did he not take up any lines except for the ones he parked between, but he's also pointed extremely straight. This is a terrible job and I don't want to see anyone ever do this. Here are some of the incorrect ways to operate a vehicle. Keeping your hands at 3 and 9 or 2 and 10 are extremely unsafe hand positions. There are 2 hand positions that are safe. 9 and 12. The unsafe driving method. The wannabe gangster. This person is drinking Powerade while driving. If you pay attention to the commercials on TV, you know that drinking and driving is a very dangerous activity. Watching for pedestrians is an extremely unsafe practice while driving a vehicle. Thousands of people die because drivers make sure and watch for pedestrians. As you can plainly see, I'm driving 20 miles an hour in the school zone. The reason why the school zone speed limit is 20 miles an hour is because of pedestrians. Now, we know that the number one rule for driving safely is never to watch out for pedestrians. So, is it really safe to go 20 miles an hour in a school zone? Ask yourself that question. Well, thank you for watching this video. I hope you have learned a lot about how to operate a vehicle safely and how to drive correctly. And remember, never watch for pedestrians and always park on the sidewalk to allow more room for other drivers.